Well, AP Scholars, whoops, I typed in my solution. Welcome to sameEnds. sameEnds is a tricky one from Array2, so we'll take a look. Basically, sameEnds is checking to see if the front number, whatever number of characters they ask, or numbers I should say, is the same as the back end. So, for example, if we send 1 and this array, then it's false because the first one and the last one are not the same. But if you send it 2, then the first 2 and the last 2 are the same. Notice that we have to count starting from left to right. So it's like 5, 6, and here we go back 2 and count 5, 6. Yeah, that's going to be the tricky part, right? So it turns out there's a kind of a formula that determines this. And if you kind of meditate on this quite a bit, you might have found it. But if you didn't find it, I'll be happy to share it with you. The formula for sort of finding like where do you begin based on this number. The end part, anyways, is the hard part. You always just begin at the beginning for the left-hand side, but on the right-hand side, how do you find that number? So it is sort of related to this number, and I think it won't be too crazy. So we'll take a look and see the answer. But if I don't explain it well, please don't hesitate to ask me more questions. Give me another chance to explain it better when we're sort of discussing. So the actual solution, as you can see, is pretty short. It's just a for loop that's going to drive us from 0 to len. Oh, that variable name. It's my own name, so it bugs me. Should have renamed it. But len is the number here, right? So if it's 1, 2, or 3, like you only have to check 1, 2, or 3 things, right? So my for loop is actually going to just drive from 0 to that number. So it's going to do that number of things. So it's going to run 3 times, or 2 times, or 1 time. There's even 0 times. There's times where len is 0. And then here's what we're doing. We're going to look at, we'll start with 0. So we'll look at the 0th thing and we'll compare it to, and then it's like, blah, this big formula. So this is sort of the key right here. This is like knocking us back. So if this length is 2, 4, 6, 7, then this will be minus whatever length is. So in this case, like minus 2, for example. So 7 minus 2 gives us 5. So that's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one right here. And hey, that's the one we want to start at, right? If len is 3, then it'll knock us 3 back, and we'll start here. And that's the right one that we want to start at. The plus I lets us sort of go to the next one from there, right? I is increasing 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here, when we're just using like the bare I as our index, it's going to go from 0 to 1 to 2 and so on. When we put it in this context, the plus I here is basically, we're starting at, like if len was 3, we're starting here, but as I increases, then we go to the next one and to the next one. So that's how we get that all in one line. It's a bit of a doozy here. It's like some next level thinking to figure out that formula there. So, if you got it, great, that's fantastic. But if you were struggling with that, then that's what I came up with for a formula. And then if they're not equal, that's where I return false, right? If I find any of numbers in that sequence, or sorry, this is the 2 one here, that aren't the same, then that's just by the question is false. And if I get through all that loop and I never return false, then I guess it's true. So I return true. So thanks for checking out this video. I hope that helped you understand sameEnds a little bit better. It's a tricky question for sure. So, thanks for trying. And if you have more questions, send me some messages on Teams or come see me in the flex time hours. Okay? Thanks, AP Scholars. Bye.